welcome back. It's me again, Alicia Kusuma. I will be your moderator for today. In this, our third session of the day, we're going to welcome Study in Flanders and Wallonie Brussels campus. Here we have Ranald Nils, sorry if I pronounced it wrong, the Policy Advisor of Internationalization at Study in Flanders, as well as Ms. Alice Rassen, the Wallonie Brussels, the representative from Wallonie Brussels campus. All right, without further ado, I'm going to invite both of them to the virtual floor.
Hello, good morning or good afternoon. For us, it's morning in Brussels, but for you, it's afternoon. So we are ready here to welcome you in this presentation, and I'm going to share my screen right now. This is, you should see this slide. Yes, okay. So this is the market square in Brussels, what you see on the picture. And we will have a few more pictures to share later on. So we have two higher education systems in Belgium, one in the Dutch-speaking part, which is Flanders and some schools in Brussels, and one in the French-speaking part, Wallonia, Brussels. So that's why we will be giving this presentation together with Alice, who will introduce herself maybe briefly.
Hello everyone, my name is Alice and I'm the representative for Wallonia Brussels campus. It's the agency promoting the higher education of the French-speaking part of Belgium.
Yes, we'll explain a bit more about Belgium so you understand which part has which education system. So here you see a few facts about Belgium. It's a federal state in Western Europe, and it was among the 6 countries founding the European Union back in the day. We have 3 official languages, Dutch, French, and German. So politically, we also have 3 communities related to the languages Dutch, French, and German. We have for higher education, we have 2 higher education systems, as I said, the Dutch-speaking part, so Flanders and Brussels, and Wallonia, Brussels for the French-speaking part, because Brussels is a bilingual city. We have 30,000 square kilometers, so you see we are a very small country in the middle of Europe. We have a bit more than 11 million inhabitants. We are a monarchy, we have a king, and the capital is Brussels, as you may already know. Here you see where we are in Europe. So to the north, our neighbors are the Netherlands, then Germany, and to the south, Luxembourg and France. So we are really at the heart of Europe. You may also know that we have some European institutions here. The European Commission is based in Brussels. We also have the European Parliament together with Strasbourg, the European Council, and on top of that, more than 2,000 international companies and organizations. So this is, of course, very interesting space to find internships, maybe also combined with your studies. We are, I would say, a very open and multilingual society, a multicultural. We have many nationalities as well. Some studies say Brussels is the most international city after Dubai in the world. And we have, I would say, a good quality of life. Some studies say we are the #1 happiest country in the EU. Some others may say differently. But it's quite good here in Belgium. Then higher education in general, we have many things in common between the Flemish higher education system and the French-speaking higher education system. So we have 3 types of institutions. You have universities, as you know. We also have what we call university colleges or universities of applied sciences and arts. And we have schools of arts. The difference between universities and universities of applied sciences is that universities are really research-based, theoretical, academical institutions, and universities of applied sciences are more teaching to practice with internships. They do applied research, and for yeah, this I will explain later. In the Flemish part, they mainly offer bachelor degrees. So we do have different types of programs. So it's very important for you to pick the right one, the type of education you prefer, more academic and research-based or more professionally oriented and practice-based. Here we have a few pictures of our institutions. We have some classes in big auditoria, like here you can see, but we also have small groups. Right now we have a lot of online classes, of course. Slowly we are getting more and more students back on campus as the vaccinations move on. And this picture is a big library, a historic library, where students can study on their own if they want.
Ms. Rizzo?
Yes?
Do you mind putting it in as a presentation format? Just click on the icon at the bottom, right bottom there, so that it's a presentation format.
I cannot see this on my screen right now.
On the
yes,
at the bottom of your, yep.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So then you see the higher education system. So the first cycle, the black one here, is the Bachelor Cycle. A bachelor degree is 180 credits, which means 3 years, because we count 60 credits a year normally, except for some studies like nursery, for example, is 240 credits. So it's 4 years for a bachelor degree. Then we have the second cycle, master degrees. You will find master degrees for 60 credits, so 1 year, or 120 credits, 2 years, except in medicine, it will take more, like 3 years. Then you also have advanced masters. Advanced masters can be 1 year or more. So if you already have a master degree, we have some advanced masters, you can still do 1 more. And then the third cycle, of course, is the PhD cycle. Yes, then we have the academic calendar. It may differ from your country. So we thought it's interesting to include this in our presentation. We start in the mid-September. It can differ 1 week to another from institution to institution, but around mid-September. Then the first semester goes till the end of December. Then it's Christmas, but it's not really a holiday to travel, because then you really need to revise, because we will have semester exams in January. Then after the semester exams, you have a week off. Then is the time to travel or to visit friends. And the second semester then will start around beginning or mid-February until the end of May. Then again, some weeks to revise, and exams in June. What we also have is retake exams in summer. So if you failed a subject, you can retake it in summer, in August or beginning of September. So you can still get the credits for this subject. Then a bit about higher education in Flanders and Brussels. So the Dutch-speaking part, we have 5 universities. You see their names here on the screen. In total, they host around 160,000 students. 12% of them are international students. They have high positions in the international rankings. If you check, Times Higher Education or Shanghai ranking. For example, Ghent University also has a campus in Korea. I'm not sure if this is interesting for you, but you might want to know. And then we have the Universities of Applied Sciences. In Flanders, the schools of arts are included in the Universities of Applied Sciences. In total, they have 150,000 students. As I already said, they have more practice-based bachelor degrees with internships. Internships are compulsory in all the professional bachelor degrees. They can be abroad or in Belgium, in Europe or the rest of the world. We have, our institutions have partnerships with many, many countries. And as I said, they're more applied research based. The quality is also very high, although these institutions are very often smaller and they are not taking part in the rankings so far. So if you would look for one of these in the rankings, you will not find them, but until now they made the choice not to be part of the rankings. Then some more detailed information on the tuition fees. 950 euros is the lowest for 1 year tuition, up to 6,000. Here I have to say it's a bit complicated because every institution can choose their own tuition fees for non-EU nationals. So for EU nationals, it's all the same. If any of you would have an EU passport, you will pay around 950. It differs every year, but it's around this price. And if you are non-EU national, it's really depending on your program. So you should really check from one program to another what the tuition fee would be. Admission criteria, of course, you need your previous degree to be in line with what you want to study. You need proof of English proficiency. If any one of you would like to study in Dutch, that's also possible. Then you would either have to have completed 1 full year of high school studies in Dutch, or do take a language test. And then we have some program-specific criteria. For example, if you want to start studying a bachelor in engineering, probably you will be asked to do the SAT tests or some other tests that could be asked for. Only for very few programs we have entry examinations, for example, for fine arts or for medicine, but medicine, again, from the bachelor level in the Flemish part, we only have it in Dutch. Then the admission deadlines also, they differ from one institution to another. So you really have to go and check on the website, and you will find all those links on our website, studyinflanders.be. In one institution, it may be 1st of March, and the other may be 15th of February, and another may be 1st of April. So that is really something that's maybe not so easy, but once you are interested in a program and you get in touch with the institution, this is something you will find out. We have a lot of English law programs. Not so many at the bachelor level, still 56, but many, many more at the master level. At the master level, you can study nearly everything in English in the different institutions. So you will find all these programs on our website, studyinflanders.be, and then programs. You have a search engine there, so you can very easily find the programs you like. And then you can link directly to the institution where you can follow these programs. We also have advanced masters, as I already said, and postgraduate degrees, but postgraduate degrees are not full degrees. They are more certificates. So they can be a certificate for 20 credits also. It's not always a full year study. And then, of course, PhDs are very tailor-made depending on a research project, on a research group. Sometimes they come with a grant from the European Research Council. Sometimes it's your own proposition. This is really tailor-made, and you get in touch with the institutions for that. We have some videos of international students on our website. You can check studyinflanders.be and then meet our students, where we have an overview film we made last September. So you will see face masks and everything already, but so it's very recent. And then some interviews with students. You can hear what they say. And then on the scholarships, very important for you. So of course you have the Erasmus Mundus programs with very nice scholarships, but we also have our own Flemish scholarship, which is called Mastermind Scholarship Program. You will find it on our website here. Students from the whole world can participate for a master study, but what is very important, you have to be pre-selected by the Flemish institution. So you start applying, and then you say you want to compete for the scholarship program, and then they will decide if they will put your application forward to the general selections. For example, right now, we had the deadline last week for the selections. We will start selecting in May, and then the students will get to know the result by the end of May, 1st of June. So they still have time to apply for the visa if they win the scholarship. This scholarship is 8,200 euros and includes a tuition fee waiver. So for example, if you study a study for 5,000 euros, you don't pay the 5,000 euros, you will pay some administrative fee of 140 euros, and you receive the 8,200 euros for yourself to pay for accommodation, to pay for living costs. So you can almost pay, I would say, your full study with the scholarship. And then some scholarships also from host institutions. Maybe they give a tuition fee waiver, or maybe they have a specific scholarship for a specific study. This you would check also with the institutions. That's it for the Flemish higher education system. And now the next slide, I will give the floor to Alice, who will introduce the higher education system in the French-speaking Belgium.
Thank you, Anil. So now I will give you an overview of the higher education system in the Wallonia-Brussels Federation, the French-speaking part of Belgium. And I will give you a few of the main reasons why you would want to have an experience in one of our Belgium higher education institutions. First, let's focus on our universities. We have 6 universities spread all over the Wallonia-Brussels territory. 3 of them are considered as comprehensive, as they organize all the existing academic programs, and 3 of them are specialized universities. The 6 universities offer high-quality research-based education. Our 6 universities represent almost half of the students' population in Wallonia-Brussels, with a very high number of international students. Among the population of approximately 98,000 students, 25% of them are international. Currently, there are 19 university colleges spread over the Wallonia-Brussels territory. It's the next slide. One of the key specificities of the university colleges is their role to prepare excellent professionals that will contribute to the economic, social, democratic and cultural development of Wallonia-Brussels. Our university colleges are offering programs that are based on both theory and practice. They produce students that are given the opportunity from the first year of their program to receive a professional experience on the labor market through internship. And then we have schools of arts, 16 schools of arts, which offer courses in visual arts, theater, performing arts, and music. Among these schools, the proportion of international students is sometimes quite high, ranging from 30% to 90%. From the first year of the program, our schools of arts combine arts practices, arts learning, and arts research. Then let's talk about tuition fees and admission. Another advantage of our higher education system is the study cost. The Wallonia-Brussels Federation has made democratic access to higher education one of its priorities. That's why admission fees are not so expensive for international students. For example, for a 2-year master's program, admission fees are 4,175 euros for the first year. And then if the student passes all the exams, the second year will only cost 835 euros, meaning that for a 2-year master degree, it will cost more and less 5,000 euros. Finally, all doctoral students, whatever the nationality, pay a maximum annual fee of 835 euros for the first year. Then for the following year, the annual fee is only between 30 and 60 euros, depending on the university. For the application, we advise you to apply directly on the website of the higher education institution in February or in March. And another opportunity of the Wallonia-Brussels Federation is to learn French. Of course, many of our programs are entirely taught in English. If you do not speak French, you can easily study and research in English, but keep in mind that you always have the opportunity to learn French during your studies. Do not hesitate to check on our website, Study in Belgium. You will find all of the details about different masters available in English. Several grants are also available for international students like Erasmus Plus or grants for postdoctoral students. I advise you to check the different options on our website. And to conclude, I would like to highlight some great reasons to choose Belgium as a study destination. The first strength that we have is due to the fact that we live in the heart of Europe. As we already mentioned, that's true that Belgium is pretty small. However, from its position, Belgium plays a strategic role in Europe as the headquarters of the EU and many international organizations are located in Brussels. The higher education institutions, researchers, professors, students, and foreign partners can obviously benefit from this role. There are also plenty of employment and internship opportunities when you have completed your studies. Plus, Belgium is well connected with all nearby countries, and almost all European capitals are reachable very easily by train or by plane. Then, second reason, it's also for the excellence of our higher education institutions that Belgium is offering a very favorable environment towards innovation. We should mention that 7 of our universities are ranked in the top 100 of Europe's most innovative universities, and a large number of internationally famous scientists were produced by our higher education institutions. For example, 11 Nobel Prize winners were created in these institutions. The third reason is the excellent training financed by our authority. As already mentioned, enrollment fees are very low in Belgium, between 835 euros and 6,000 euros on average. If you decide to study in Belgium, the price of the tuition fee will be less expensive in comparison to other EU countries. Here you can have an idea of the different monthly living costs as a student in Belgium, accommodation, food, social life, etc. We estimate that living costs are around 950 euros. Another reason to study in Belgium is that we have a very open and very multicultural higher education systems. For example, 25 of our students are international, and at PhD level, 45% of our students are international. If you decide to study in Belgium, you will discover a very international environment. And the last reason, the most important or a very important reason, is the quality of life. We have in Belgium a very vibrant cultural life with many international festivals. Tomorrowland is probably the most famous one. We also have an excellent care system and easy access to sport and cultural activities. Furthermore, many student projects are organized in our higher education institutions. And Belgium is also well known for its tasty gastronomy. We are famous for chocolate, for beers, Belgian waffles and fries. So do not hesitate to come and discover Belgium. This concludes our presentation. Thank you for your attention. If you need more information about higher education in Belgium, do not hesitate to contact us. In the following slide, you have the 2 reference websites and the contacts for Study in Flanders and for Wallonia-Brussels campus. We wish you all the best to make your choice, and we hope to see you in Belgium very soon. And in the meantime, if you have any question, now is the time to ask them.
Thank you, Alice and Ranidol. All right, thank you so much for your very comprehensive presentation. It's very interesting to listen to the different cultures in Belgium. And it's actually very interesting to know that in one small country consists of 3 communities like that. It's very enlightening. And I feel like if a student lived there from Indonesia, they will experience how of a place, a melting pot it is. All right, I'm going to begin the Q&A session. I will read out the question. All right, here it is. First question. Do the Belgian scholarships, mostly for some universities in French-speaking region, also accept French language certificates such as DELF or DOLF when applying for such scholarships? Maybe Alice can answer this.
Yes, you will find all the scholarships we have in our website. There is a part of the website, it's a research engine to find a scholarship, because there are a lot of scholarship from Belgium or from international organization, but it depends of the degree or of the sector of the students who are looking for the scholarship. We have a scholarship for excellence, but this is for the third degree, like PhD and postdoctoral students. And there is also another interesting scholarship called bawah, and it's a scholarship that allows you to work part-time and to research part-time in a university. So it's interesting because it's between you are between labor market and also in a science centers. So as there are a lot of scholarship, but different and from different organizations, I suggest you to look at the website and also the Study in Flanders website. And there are also Erasmus Plus scholarship, but it depends of the partnership between universities or between higher education institutions.
Okay, thank you so much, Alice, for the answer. I have another question, but I'm rather confused about the question itself, because it states, can we use English proficiency test result for applying rather than French proficiency test? Sorry. So I think the question is, can students use English instead of French when the language proficiency test is asked?
Okay, I understand the question. There are masters in French, so you have to speak French to do so. But we have master degrees in English. And each university have this criteria to analyze the application, and they will judge the English level distinctly. So you have to check in the website of the university to know which level are expected. The most of the time it's a B2 level, and you have to prove with a test, but it depends on the university.
Maybe I can answer for Flemish higher education. As I said, we have programs taught either in Dutch or in English. So yes, you can apply with the English language proficiency test, and you don't need to know French. So it's only for very specific courses like literature or some courses where you really need to know French.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies, for the answer. That marks the end of our session today. Really I want to say thank you very much for your time and for your presentation. I hope our audience now have more information about Belgium and how to get scholarships and study there. Thank you, ladies, for your time. I'll see you around.
You're welcome.
Thank you
See you in Belgium.
See you in Belgium.